Welcome to Extra Drama for book number 25, Nowhere to Run. I am your host, Marissa Flaxbart, and with me again is Mr. Daniel Gaspari.
Hello, hello.
AKA Dan.
Just Dan. That's fine.
Thank you for joining me again.
Oh, happy to be here. Thank you.
You're here visiting Los Angeles, and we're here in the Silver Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles at the moment. Silver Lake is a neighborhood that is actually kind of known for having a lot of musicians and bands in it. There are a couple of different record labels that have operate out of this neighborhood, and you are a big band guy.
I'm a metalhead. I'm a fan of music of all sorts.
Yes. I know that you're not, exclusively interested in metal, but I know that you're very interested in metal.
Yes.
Your apartment, or at least your last apartment, had lots of posters everywhere. My friend, your wife, Mary, also is very interested in music, including metal. Yeah, most of the metal I know because of Mary in college.
Oh, yes. She just took somebody to a Cradle of Filth concert. And it's getting her into that. Yeah.
Never really sold me personally on Cradle of Filth, but
okay.
Ronnie James Dio, I like.
As everyone should.
I agree.
Yes, I'm actually here with some guys that I met at a festival in Germany 10 years ago, and so now I'm hanging out with them while they are visiting in California for the first time.
That's so cool. So this book, there's not that much music in it, but it's an important part of the plot because Emily Meyer is the drum player for the Droids, which is like the hot band that has factored into a lot of these books. The Droids are either a main part or like a side part of so many Sweet Valley High novels. And I wish I knew what they sounded like.
Right. It's not so they have, guitars, drum, and a keyboardist.
They do have a keyboardist.
And if we get a female-fronted band.
Yeah.
But it's not really implied like what the genre is of their music in any way.
Yeah, I think they talk about it as a rock band, but that doesn't really mean that much. I mean, it's one thing you think about rock, you think about the Rolling Stones, or you could think about
there's a lot of different ways you can go.
For some reason, I was going to say the Foo Fighters, but I don't know where that came from.
Sure.
Like any band that Dave Grohl is in.
Right.
Like rock, but that doesn't have to be... I mean, rock means a lot of things.
Right.
And in the 80s... Yeah,
this is where it gets interesting, because it could be a lot of different things. And we're talking about... what year does this take place in? Like the mid, 83, 84?
The series starts in 83.
Yeah.
By the time we get to this book, I'm actually not 100% sure. I think we might be as far as 85, 86 at this point. But still, mid-80s, that could be punk.
Yeah, definitely. Some new wave.
It could be new wave.
I mean, you've got you got Guns N' Roses, you've got glam metal at its height right now, especially in LA and Southern California. There's a lot of stuff going on down there.
Yeah, or you could have something like a group like Blondie.
Yeah.
Or I guess rock in the 80s could mean Van Halen,
anything really. But I was just thinking. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about kind of the options and somebody like the Cars comes to mind really quickly. And it might be, that my wife Mary, her cousin is actually married to the keyboardist from the Guitars.
I do know
and
that.
They're
from
super
the
good. Yeah.
Cars.
Yeah.
I think you said the Guitars.
Oh, I meant keyboardist. For the Cars.
Yeah, Gosh. For the Cars, yeah. Well, we're talking about guitars, we're talking about keyboards, and we're talking about bass and drums, and we're talking about Cars now.
Yeah, but I'm not expecting anything too extreme or hard-edged here. So I feel like kind of one of those more new wave 80s-y style bands.
And then the name of the band is
The Droids.
The Droids.
It's a little nerdy, and I'm getting is there a little Devo vibe? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's hard to tell how sci-fi they are, but I definitely think Devo or the Cars
or Sorry, like my favorite new wave band. LCD Sound System sounds like them.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads.
You're thinking of the Talking Heads.
The Talking Heads, who I love so much. I will hope that the Droids sound like the Talking Heads.
Yeah, I could. So it's definitely. I feel like those are the sort of bands.
Or what was the band? There was a band that a woman and one of the Talking Heads guys spun off. I'm gonna look it up.
That one I do not know.
I found out about it because of a documentary about the Talking Heads.
The Stop Making Sense documentary.
Stop Making Sense.
Which everyone should watch if they haven't seen it.
That's the one you... Okay, so...
Is Tom Tom Club?
Tom Tom Club, yeah. So Tom Tom Club is the band that had the... so Tina Weymouth. They're the ones that... I'm in heaven with my boyfriend, you know, that song, which it's gotten sampled a lot in other songs, and so anyway.
But it's I think of those bands when I think of the Droids. It seems like that the sort of like a band that calls themselves the Droids, and the members are they're always there in Sweet Valley, but I wouldn't say they're sort of. They're pretty unique kind of band of misfits, so to speak.
Well, and the keyboardist is probably like it's like a synth, you know. They could do whatever they wanted. So and also the other thing that I think, like, we're naming all these great, amazing bands, but everybody in Sweet Valley seems to love the Droids.
Oh yeah,
it's also got to be dance music because they're always dancing. They play at the beach disco sometimes. I think like there's always dancing.
Yeah. So, maybe I'm not even. We could be something more. It's always it's rock, but with the guitars, but also dancing. So.
Yeah, well, that's what the drums are there for, right?
Yeah,
you gotta keep the beat. And the cymbals now.
Oh,
Emily's got these awesome... nice new cymbals. There was something that really warmed my heart about Emily's excitement over her cymbals. Like, that's actually kind of badass, right? To have this, you have this girl drummer and this girl-led band. The book never makes a big deal about the fact that this band is like 2 girls and like 3 guys.
No, it's not a thing.
Not at all. And I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate thing is that it would be like, oh, whoa, what's the deal with this female-fronted band?
Yeah, it would be like a girl band.
Yeah, but it's not. It's boys and girls. So yeah, it's interesting to have it be sort of balanced and then not even come up as like unusual, which that's cool. But yeah, I mean, Emily is definitely clearly loves her music, and then even in the book they say that she got into it because of her dad. So
yeah, and then now she's much better at playing the drums than her dad ever was.
Right, and then that's like her link to her dad. So, and that was always that was the really sad thing about that whole book, is that the getting rid of the drums is like something that is like a threat that he uses.
Yeah.
And then like she's not able to play with her, like she's having trouble like actually getting to practice.
Yeah, I think that she always kind of thought that was a bridge that would never be crossed. Like, This is one thing that I know my dad understands. So even though Karen objects to it, he's going to back me on this. And I think that's part of why the dad is alarmed when Emily says that she's selling her drums. But he also says things like, he doesn't say you love your music so much as he says you saved up for those drums for a long time, so I hope you're getting a lot of money. If he had tapped into, I thought this was something that we shared, then that might have been nice.
That might be just in Emily's head, but to her, it seems like a special bond between her and her father. So, But yeah, she clearly is a passionate musician, and it's a good group. Dana seems really cool. and of the members of the Droids, Dana probably has had the most exposure, I guess, in the other books. I'm trying to think, and so we have Dan as the bassist, and I can't remember the name of the guitarist now.
Max Dellon.
Right. I don't know if he's really done anything.
He's factored in a little bit, but they all get their moment in the sun.
I figure.
I think I'm forgetting one guy.
The keyboardist is...
Yeah, so there's Max Dellon. We have the members here. Let's name them, shall we?
Yes.
In the past, I have been able to rattle some of such names off the top of my head, but right now I am not even remembering the name of bands I really like. So Max Dallin. Oh, Guy Chesney.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
I appreciate that we are getting the roles correct, though. Because Max Dallin is the guitar player, and Guy Chesney plays keyboards. And Dan Scott is new. Maybe they just didn't have a bass player before. Or maybe Dana played bass. Cool girl bass player. I always want to be one of those. It's not too late.
Yeah. I know a few of those.
Well, what do you say? Should we call it quits?
I think so. Yeah, we've discussed all the possible sort of musical angles, and
the only thing we didn't talk about is what's going to happen if Emily and Dan get together.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, and I think in that case, you just have to watch out for that. Any kind of interpersonal drama, a band you certainly want to keep. Well, this is a drama-free band, as I've said, so.
Yeah.
So having a relationship between members can be a little tricky.
Yeah. There's this great line at some point where Dana says in the bathroom that men were scum because she was having a relationship with her saxophone player, and he was more interested in practicing his horn than hanging out with her. But the saxophone player must have been a guest
Yeah. He's not a permanent member. That's more when they sounded like Foreigner or something like that.
So Emily, be forewarned. Dan might be more interested in his bass than in fingering his bass.
Oh, dang. But in this case, I think Dan seems like a good dude. And
yeah, I mean, that might be a good thing for everybody if he's more interested in practicing his bass for now, because Karen is
it's still
not.
We'll see if she sticks to her newfound goodness.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, she seems to have had a complete personality change, so those usually stick, right?
That's very convenient.
Yeah. Dan, thank you so much again.
Thank you. This has been great.
Listeners, tune in next week to find out why a book would ever possibly be called Hostage! !
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Bye.
Bye.
Gosh, I can't believe I said that.
So does that mean meet Miss America?
The Silver Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles at the moment. In an apartment full of people, and we'll just
Should I tell them?
It'll be okay.
Okay.